Hi you guys, I'm Danny Tatij. This is Beauty Manifested. This is a channel for storytelling. It would make sense for you to subscribe so that you can understand my full story. If you only watch this one video, it may not make sense where I'm coming from, but either way, I'm so happy to have you here. Sorry, I'm talking fast. I got kind of out of breath, but I'm a little bit in a rush and I want to be able to have time to talk. I was just thinking about something, even though I kind of already forgot what I was thinking about. But anyways, if you are here and you're not subscribed and you're just watching one video, please don't leave any mean comments in the comment section, because if you only see this one video, you're not going to understand where I'm coming from. And so it would be ignorant for you to make some sort of judgment if you only saw this one video. Watch all the videos, understand my perspective, understand where I'm coming from, and then go from there. Anyways, I was just thinking, so I've been thinking about, I just posted a video about this same subject, but I've been thinking about how so there's this guy, I think his name is Alex Hormozi, and he's super good at ads. He's a really good marketer. He's great at ads. He started in the gym business and grew to 100 million, all this stuff, right? He's an ads guy. And he has this perspective where it's all these guys who grew their companies and now they're billionaires are giving advice from their billionaire perspective. And that's not good advice, because the billionaire you, I'm speaking as a billionaire now, right? So the billionaire you is not, or the billionaire them is not the them that got them to billionaire. It was the stupid, uninformed them that got them to where they're going. And so apply that to your own life. And it's very much you need to accept where you are and love yourself now, and not feel like you have to keep learning and learning and learning and training and training and training and just being this perfect person in order to make it work. And even honoring your past version of yourself. Listen, I look back at teenage Danielle and I'm she was an idiot. But at the same time, that idiot is the one who got me where I am. So she wasn't that idiotic, right? And so you have to be careful when you're taking advice from people who are already where you need to go, which is funny, right? Because one of the sayings is don't listen to people who have never been where you're trying to go, which is true. But at the same time, a lot of times when someone who has already made so many mistakes and they had so much trial and error and now they're wise, they're trying to give you this wisdom so that you can avoid those trial and errors. And I feel sometimes that may resonate and sometimes it's not, but never neglect the fact of life that you are going to have to experience your own trial and error, and that is part of it. Literally, I'm in my 20s, I'm dating, I have a lot of other single friends who are in their 20s and datings, and let me tell you, we've all been put through the ringer. All of us. We've all made stupid decisions that we knew better. We all had big crushes on guys who were just not emotionally available for us. We all have been there. Let's not beat ourselves up. Let's just leave that in 2023. We're moving on to 2024. We're not beating ourselves up for the mistakes we've made. We all had got a dream job that we thought was going to be great. We thought it was going to be amazing, and it ended up being horrible. We've been through so much, and it's just this is part of it. This is the whole point. This is what your 20s is supposed to be. You're just throwing stuff at the wall. And then once you have enough data of you trying things, then you can analyze the data and make informed decisions. But there's no informed decision if you haven't even tried yet. You know what I mean? And so if you're out here and you're trying and you're failing, that is the success. The fact that you're out here and you're living your life and you're doing things is amazing. The quote that I said yesterday, which is my own original quote for my journal, is that I hold the belief that life is going to expose you to every single experience that you need to have, and you're going to learn everything that you need to know. Stop feeling like you need to have it figured out, that you need to have the answers, you need to know where you're going, that you're supposed to know this, that you were supposed to do better, that you disappointed yourself because of this and you disappointed yourself because of that. There's no disappointments. Literally, this is your first time living life. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Maybe you're a witch and you can remember your past lives, whatever. I don't necessarily believe in that. I'm a Christian. Okay, so let's pretend, because in my reality, this is my first time doing this. I don't know what I'm doing. Why would I beat myself up? I'm not an expert, okay? I was just communicating with the guy who I'm dating, and I felt he was attacking me personally. Granted, I'm a Cancer rising and I'm easily offended. So he wasn't necessarily attacking me. Sometimes someone will say something to me and I'm stop yelling at me. And they're I wasn't yelling at all, but that's just how it felt, okay? So he was like, I felt like attacking me because he was telling me, like, you don't do this and you don't do that. And I was like, how was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know? And he's like, cause I don't know what he was telling me, but basically he was like, you need to like get to know me so that you can understand me. And I was like, just tell me what I need to know and then I'll know. He's like, no, it takes time. Like you have to. And I was just like, but the point is, I was telling him like, listen, like I've never been in a relationship with you before. And I have to remember that too, like not only in dating, but in life. Like, listen, like, yeah, this person's pissing you off and you feel like you guys are not communicating well and all this stuff, but it's like you guys are figuring each other out. Like, how would you know how to be in a relationship with this person? You've never been in a relationship with them before. How would you know how to communicate with this person? You know, like you're learning, and that's okay. Same thing with jobs, same thing with life. Like, let's just not put so much pressure on ourselves. And I hope you guys know I'm talking to myself, but I hope you guys are getting inspired by this because like I just feel like sometimes I'm so hard on myself and I'm so hard on my past self. Like, how did you not know? How did you not know? How did you not know? And it's like literally I feel like I'm gonna cry because it's like how would I have known? It's my first time. And at the end of the day, that ignorant version of myself got me here. And therefore I feel like she did a good job. And even if she didn't do a good job, that just goes to show that God always has a hand in everything. And even on my worst days, He's helping me and guiding me. There is something bigger than me. There is a plan in place for my life. And I literally cannot mess this up. And I know everything that I need to know right now. And anything that I need to know in the future will come to me and I will learn it. And it's just like, that brings me so much peace to think about it that way. Like, hey, relax. Like, especially right now in this age of information, and I'm trying to break into a new industry, and like, you know, people who have been in this industry for a long time, they're giving me advice on like all the different skills that I would need to have. Even though they say like just to get an entry level role, you really don't need any experience. So technically, I already know everything I need to know to be into this industry. But you know, since I'm listening to these people who have been in for 5 years, they're like, and it's really good to have this skill, and it's really good to have this skill, and you're gonna be using this, and you're gonna be using this. And so I'm getting like a little bit overwhelmed. I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself. Like, okay, well, I need to learn this, I need to learn this, I need to learn this, I need to learn this before I even apply for the jobs. And it's like, no, apply for the jobs and then you'll just learn as you go. And that's literally life. That's literally life. It's not like, okay, do all the healing work and learn all the relationship skills and blah, 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 and then start dating. No, do the dating, get your heart broke, live fast, die young, blah, 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 blah. And like life is going to teach you what you need to know while you're doing it. But if you're not living life, you're just hiding. You're not growing, you're not learning, you're not living. What are you even doing? You're just wasting your life away because you're hiding. You're not doing anything. If you're gonna do anything at all, just do something. The only way you can fail is to quit. The only way what do they say? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Just do something. That's why people don't like lazy people, because it's like, do anything. And sometimes people say like even rest is productive. I believe in that, but at the same time, like I do have a difficult time like truly resting. But not a difficult time, like I do it, but whenever I do it, I definitely feel guilty because I'm like, I could be doing anything else. Yeah. So join me in this. I don't want to beat myself up anymore. I don't want to get all anxious and riled up. Life goes on. Literally. Life goes on. Life happens while you're busy making plans. With or without you, life is going to keep going. So just keep going. Everything will fall into place. And if it doesn't, the sun's going to come up tomorrow. Just keep trying. Like, even if everything falls apart and your life goes to ruins and like whatever, like the worst possible case scenario happens, there's nothing you could do to stop it anyways. Literally, like, okay, like what if they drop a freaking nuclear bomb on Texas tomorrow? There's no point in me being anxious about it because there's nothing I could do to stop that. Like, I don't have any control over that. I don't. Like, So why worry about it? Or even like in relationships, like you're dating a new guy and everything's not like 100% for sure yet. And I don't know, people are going to have opinions about this. They're going to be like, you should only date someone who's really certain about you. You should have certainty in relationships. They've clearly never been an anxious person. Clearly. Obviously. Because I've talked to other women. I know I'm not the only one who feels like this, okay? So just imagine you're in a new relationship, or you're starting off a new relationship, and you're liking this guy, and things are still a little uncertain because it's really new and you don't know what's going to happen. Like it's just not a secure relationship yet. It's still developing. And so you're like, oh my God, what if it doesn't work out? What if it is? What if it doesn't? First of all, if it doesn't work out, you're not going to die. Life is going to keep lifing. Bills are still going to have to get paid. If you want to have kids, you're still going to have to find someone to have kids with. Like, life is not going to end just because this person doesn't propose or whatever your goal is, right? So there's really no reason worrying about it. Like, you'll just figure it out when you get there. Like, why stress about it now? Like, what if it doesn't work out and spend all this time stressing when it hasn't happened yet? And even if it doesn't, like, it's not going to be a big deal. Like, it's not even worth stressing over. Like, if it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out. And I know that sounds easy to say, but it really is that easy. Like, it's like, literally, there's nothing else you could do. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. That's it. And if it does work out, that's going to be great. But honestly, we don't have time to be putting all our eggs in that basket either, because bills still have to get paid. The sun is still going to come up. We still have life goals. So it's just like, just let it go entirely. Like, okay, like, I like this guy. It would be nice, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, I've been thinking about him a lot. Cute vibes. Been thinking about this guy a lot. It's fun. Maybe you'll even have a sexy dream. We all love those. Like, and that is what it is. Like, maybe he's gonna ask you out on Friday, and that's all it is. Like, let that be like the most exciting. Like, is he gonna ask me out on Friday? And don't let it take your whole day away. Or like, is he gonna do this? Is he gonna do that? Like, you can think about it a little bit, but like, try not to get like months and months and years into the future, because it's just like, what's the point? And meditation and yoga, I feel like really helped me to control my thoughts and just find peace. And then also just like, one, doing these videos, and then like my journaling, and like I talk really positively with my friends. And so at this point in my life, like, my inner voice is my cheerleader. Like, she's really, really positive. Even if my brain does start trying to send me on like a worst case scenario path, which I feel like is human nature to be like that. But I've kind of like, not kind of, even though human nature's natural instinct is to be worst case scenario, I have trained myself and created an environment for myself with people who reinforce positive thinking and optimism. And so I never go very far down that path, because I'm very grounded in myself. And so immediately my mind starts speaking back positivity, and just like, you know, say I'm like, oh my God, what if this guy humiliates me and I like him more than he likes me, and then I feel embarrassed. And then immediately my brain is like, okay, then you'll be embarrassed. And you'll learn something from that, and then you'll move on. Okay, then you'll be embarrassed, and you'll tell your sister about it, and she'll get to learn from it, and maybe I'll get to avoid that experience possibly, or maybe she still has to have that experience because it's part of her journey. And you feeling sad and embarrassed will make it so your friend buys you dinner because she wants to support you, and then you guys have a really great time, and you feel loved and supported. So the result of the embarrassment is now love and support. Like, there's literally no worst case scenario. Like, and then also, like, I get to choose if it's embarrassing. Like, is it even embarrassing, or is it his loss? I know that I'm a good person. I know that I'm a joy. I know that people who spend time with me are literally loved and honored. I've gotten multiple handwritten poems, love letters, like such sweet things from men. Like, I know for a fact the effect that I have on men, and I know for a fact that they are so honored to be able to spend time with me. And so if this man specifically is not ready for a committed relationship or the level of commitment that I would like, it's his loss. Is that embarrassing? No, it's not. I'm a loving person. In the past, that would make me be cold. Not even just that he didn't like me, but like the anxiety of it would cause me to want to like play it cool, hold back, like all this stuff. And it's like, no, like I'm gonna be my full self. Like I'm a sweet, loving, warm-hearted person, and I'm not gonna be anything else, because that is who I am at my core. And if someone else can't receive that, that's on them. That's on them. That has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm going to continue to be the sweet, kind, loving person that I am, because that's how I like to be, and that's what feels good for me. It's not for everybody. It's not. Look at me. I think I'm a beautiful girl. I'm so radiant. I'm ambitious. I come from a good family. I have so many things going on for me. I could just list it. Like, I am awesome. A 12 out of 10. And sometimes guys don't call me back for another date. Sometimes they don't call me back for a fifth date. Sometimes they just they don't like me. Sometimes they only want to talk to me for sex, even though I have so much more to offer. And it's like, I'm not going to let that decide my character. I'm not going to meet them where they're at. If they're looking for a shallow relationship and a shallow existence, that's their business. But life goes on, and I'm choosing to live a good, beautiful, peaceful life, because that's just what I want for myself. I'm rambling now, and I think my ride's about to be here. I love you guys so much. If you made it this far in the video, I so appreciate you. I truly enjoy making these, and it's a blessing. Be blessed, be beautiful. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. If you made it this far, leave me a heart in the comments so I know you were here. I'm so grateful. Be beautiful.